What is up, Raider Nation? Woo! I told you so. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. All right? Came in there, and we won that game. We did not look good in the first half at all. And the Ravens defense, to be honest, and this is before I get into all this prediction about the Steelers, all right? So just bear with me. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. But Ravens fans, all that talking you were doing in the chat, all that talking, cut it. Cut it, because the better team won, all right? You guys were playing dirty, and you know it. You got called for not even 50% of the penalties you were committing, all right? So, and go back and watch the game if you don't believe me, all right? Now that that's said and done, I want to move on to this Steelers prediction, all right? The Steelers only scored 23 points against the Buffalo Bills, which is, by the way, a really good team. I'm not sure how up there their defense is, but their offense is usually pretty explosive. And the Steelers, I believe, won that game just because of, mostly off of momentum. They blocked that kick. Yes, I went back and I watched the tape on them. Now, speaking of watching tape on these squealers, as I like to call them, that offensive line is horrendous for the Squealers. Terrible. Extremely terrible. And I feel like Ben Roethlisberger is not a mobile quarterback like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson put up 27 points. He didn't do it by himself, but he did put up 27 points. He helped put up 27 points against us. Now, I knew it. I didn't say it before, but I knew he was going to fumble because Lamar Jackson is RB1, all right? He is not QB1. He is RB1/QB1. So basically my point of the whole thing is Lamar Jackson, when you're running the ball that much as a quarterback, you are bound to fumble. Even running backs, when they are running over too many times in a game, they're bound to fumble. About it, I don't think he's on a passing level. I don't think he's on Derek Carr's level at all. And the numbers are there. The numbers will show you. Derek Carr had way more passing yards. Yes, he did have a couple interceptions. It was one or two. Mostly it was two. Second one wasn't even his fault. Willie Snead had it right off his hands. So, now that I said that, I do believe that their defensive line against our offensive line is going to be a problem, especially because they do have a really good defensive line, and our offensive line has gone through injury after injury. So that's going to be hard. And I think the defensive line versus offensive line is going to be a problem on both sides, for both teams. I think maybe more so for the Steelers because we got so much depth. Even if Yannick don't play. And how about Mad Max Crosby? 2 sacks. 2 sacks. And almost had about 3 or 4 more. I seen a block in the back. Like I said, the Ravens were playing dirty. All right? Yannick Ngakoue was getting there. The whole defensive line was getting there. Now, depends how good he might be out a really long time. Maybe possibly the season. I think I've seen a report about him being out for the season. So we're going to have to, somebody from the practice squad or somebody's going to have to step up. And hopefully Incognito's still not injured by the time this next week rolls around. He said he wasn't going to be, so I guess that'll help us out a little bit. But the other problem is Gerald McCoy's going to be out for, I guess, a significant amount of time. But next man up, bring in Solomon Thomas or somebody else in there, you know what I mean, to help that defensive line out. I still believe in our linebackers. I still believe these cornerbacks are good. Nate Hobbs is beast mode. He came in. I seen him coming in on a blitz and help get Lamar Jackson down. Carl Nassib causing them fumbles that saved the game. I mean, Mad Max Crosby had a strip sack that saved the game. Or not saved the game, but helped us out. And then pretty much Carl Nassib saved the game. So game ball to him, all right? Somebody need to give that man a game ball, as well as Derek Carr, as well as Zay Jones, all right? Who I think right now, matter of fact, let's get into that. The Raiders wide receivers. Put Zay as wide receiver 1. Because I didn't see Bryan Edwards have a catch until the end. And that could have saved the game. He almost scored a touchdown, which it wasn't in. I wish it would have been, but I can't sit here and say that it was in. Zay needs to be at least 1 or 2, in my opinion. Right now, I think Bryan Edwards is too young. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe that's why I'm not coaching. But back to the Steelers part of it. I will say this about the Steelers offense. That Claypool, he might be a problem. I don't care enough to know his first name, but he that he's one of the receivers, and he looked really good against that Bills in that game. So I don't know what Najee Harris is going to do. I didn't see too much of what he did when I was looking back at the game highlights, which is all I pretty much looked at in that game because I can't stand to watch the Squealers for too long. But I do notice they have a low-scoring offense in that game, and I think that's the Steelers' Achilles heel right there. I don't think their offense is even on our level as far as how explosive we can be, and I think DC is a way better quarterback. Maybe not when Roethlisberger first started, but Roethlisberger's getting old. Come on, let's be real. He's pretty much just in the league to be, because the Steelers can't replace him. So that's pretty much why he's right there. I mean, they got nobody to replace him with, and I'm not putting him down all the way, but I think Roethlisberger's time is done. I don't think you'll ever see the Lombardi again. It is going to be an early game, so that's going to be a problem for us, and we never really do good in Pittsburgh. Kind of hard. I wasn't really too impressed by the special teams of the Steelers as far as their kickoff, but I was impressed how they blocked that kick and got a touchdown. And to me, I feel like DC is more elite. So, my final score prediction for this game, and I could be wrong. Okay, I've been thinking about this all day. My final score prediction for this game is going to be Steelers 23, Raiders 31. And I think we get it done in another tight game. I think it's, well, maybe not a tight game, but I think it's going to be close up until the end because you know how the Raiders are. They love to give us heart attacks, Raider Nation. And for Steelers, whatever you call yourselves, it's going to be a good game. I do not wish you good luck because I think we are going to come in there and whoop some ass, and I want us to come in there and whoop some ass. So that's why I'm not giving the Steelers fans any love. Squealers fans, we're coming in. We're going to wreck some stuff. The 23 is my prediction for the game. DC is elite. Tell all Stephen A. and everybody else that DC is elite, all right? And you're going to see more of it because this defense is rocking and rolling. And I think we do have a better defense than the Steelers, and that's why I gave us the advantage over the Squealers in this game. Josh Allen's way overrated, so I don't even give him too much credit for that game. Raider Nation, that's all I got for today. Thank you.
Yeah. Where all my Raider fans at?